doubt. As in, you just have your concerns, you have your doubts. It's about the it's about the 1830s or so, give or take. And if you ask him, he'll tell you there's only really one thing he wanted in life. Well, actually two. He'll tell you that I wanted to live on a farm and I wanted to have a family. And if I could have both of those, man, my life's complete. As a result of such, he started working hard to raise some money. Finally meets the girl of his dreams, Mary. He gets married and finally gets enough money and has a farm. It's absolutely perfect. It's what he wanted. Man, he's got the girl that he wanted. He's got the farm that he wanted. Now, if he could bring a child in the world, life just doesn't get any better. He brings a child in the world named Thomas. As a result of it, everything is good. But remember now, this is about the 1830s. He's cut him out a piece of plot of land. But, this isn't like present day. You go register your land and make sure everybody knows where your property is, and one starts and the other one ends. Because, you see, there were Indians there that didn't necessarily agree. As a result, one day, he's out working in the fields. Man, they actually kidnap him. And I cannot tell you, they beat that man like a rented mule. I'm telling you, he barely survived the beating. Brought him back and literally dropped him on the doorstep of their cabin. It took days, almost a couple weeks for him to get to a point where he could ever move and get about. He takes Mary and their son Thomas, and they leave. He just can't take it. A week goes by, 2 weeks go by, a month goes by. He goes, you know what? Stop. Enough's enough. I mean, I've worked my entire life to marry Mary, to have a child, Thomas, and to have my own property. I'm not giving it up. I'm going back. As a result, man, he packs up and he moves everybody back out there. This time, though, every time he's out in the field, he's got a sidearm, he's got his rifle. Man, he works in the field, he's behind the plow, he's in the wagon, doesn't matter. It's always with him. Weeks go by, not a bad deal. Month goes by, not too bad. A couple months go by, and then all of a sudden, it's that proverbial day. He's out chopping wood. Man, every time that axe comes down and hits that piece of wood, that Indian takes one step closer. He lifts it back up. He goes to hit it one more time. The Indian takes one more step closer. Patient, almost like a sniper. He does this about 2 or 3 more times. He gets within about maybe 10 yards. Man, he goes to swing that axe one more time. It hits that wood. That Indian picks up the gun, shoots him right in the back and kills him. Abraham Lincoln is shot in the back, dies that day. His wife is married, and he's got a son named Thomas. I'm telling you, my brother in Christ, mark it down. There should be no doubts. Oh, I see. You've been told that he was shot in the head by John Wilkes Booth. But, my brother and sister in Christ, are you saying I'm lying here? Has the doubt started to creep in? But here's the irony, brother in Christ. I'm telling you, he was shot in the back, he died there, and his family goes on. But the height of irony is that it is true. And Thomas finally gets married. And he has a son. And he calls him Abraham. And he will get married to a Mary. And he'll have a son named Thomas, and he'll be shot in the head by John Wilkes Booth. You see, it was the grandfather, my brother and sister in Christ. And for all y'all that thought I was lying up here, man, it's all about the doubt. That is that gospel. My brothers in Christ, think for 1 second. They're in a locked room because they're fear of what the Jews are going to do. All of Rome is looking for you. Just how safe do you feel in a locked room? I mean, really? My brother and sister in Christ, they're so startled that when the good Lord comes, for fear of the Jews, they have doubts. Man, think about it. They just killed the Messiah. They haven't seen him in 3 days, if you will. As a result of it, man, they're panicked. So when he shows up to them, he's got to tell them twice, peace be with you. And you can see it in their faces. Man, it almost didn't register. It looks like him. It seems like him. And then he's got to breathe on them so they don't think he's an image. Now stop. The reason why he's breathing